Hi, I'm Nadia. I'm from Yoga Village, and this is Cora, another one of the Yoga Village teachers. Today, we're going to lead you through a Hatha Vinyasa sequence. Cora's going to demonstrate some more of the beginner's options, and I'm going to lead you through more of the intermediate or advanced options for this class. So if you're newer to yoga, or you just want to chill out a little bit, then you can follow Cora. Otherwise, you can follow me. I'll lead you through verbally both options anyway. So to begin, just sit down comfortably on your mat. You could cross your legs. If you're not comfortable crossing your legs, then take another position. If you notice that your knees are sitting up quite high, perhaps higher than your hip bones, then you might like to grab a blanket and just sit with a folded blanket underneath your bottom to elevate the hips a little. And once you've found a comfortable position, rest your hands on your knees. Relax the shoulders, lengthen through your spine, and just close the eyes. And we'll just take a moment to come into the breath. Just starting by observing the inhalations and exhalations as they flow through the nose. We keep the mouth closed and relaxed. You might start to experience the uplifting, energizing quality of the inhalation and the relaxing, grounding quality of the exhalation. And you can actively lengthen your spine with each inhale, maintain that length, and on the exhales, ground down through your bottom. Pull the navel to the spine. As you do this, be careful that you don't start to clench the jaw. We're going to begin to take some Ujjayi breath. For those of you that are new, this is breathing with a little constriction in the back of the throat so that a sound is created. If you're not quite sure of that sound, let this sound out of your mouth for a moment. And then close your mouth and try to continue to make that sound. And we'll try to make this sound not just on the exhalation but also on the inhalation. Nice deep breaths in and out of the nose and feeling the navel draw back on the exhales. Let's just sit here taking a couple more breaths. Lovely, and we'll begin our practice. I hope you enjoy. Let's start by coming up to standing. We'll take the feet so that they're hip-width apart. If you're quite tight in the backs of your legs, you might like to take your feet a little bit wider. Look down at your feet, check the outsides of the feet are parallel. We're going to inhale, raise the arms above the head, grab hold of the elbows, and as you exhale, just hang down over your legs, keeping the knees slightly bent. Let's return to that Ujjayi breath. So that sound in the back of the throat and the engaging through the navel. Now we're not pulling or trying to force ourselves to come any deeper. We're just hanging and relaxing the spine, just giving a little bit of a stretch before we start moving a little more actively. Let's take 2 more breaths. Last one. Lovely. Relax the hands down beside the feet. Bring your feet in so that they touch each other and roll up slowly through the spine. Come up vertebra by vertebra. Once you've come to standing, roll the shoulders back, relax through the shoulders and the neck. Make sure the big toes are together. As you inhale, reach your arms above your head. Look all the way to your thumbs as the palms press. As you exhale, let the hands come down to the ground. As you inhale, look forward, lift the chest. And as you exhale, take your head back down to the shins. We're going to come back to standing on the inhale. Raise the arms above the head. And exhale, just relax the hands by the sides. Okay, if you're newer to this and the backs of the legs were a little tight there, you can bend your knees to get the hands to touch the ground. Let's do that again. Inhale, raise the arms, look to the thumbs. Exhale, take the hands to the ground. Look forward as you inhale. Take the head down, exhale. Come back up to standing, raise your arms above your head, inhale. And exhale, relax the hands by your sides. You can come through one more like that and follow the rhythm of your own breath. Lovely. We're going to add on to that as we come into our Surya Namaskar, our sun salutation. As you inhale, raise your arms above your head. As you exhale, let the hands come to the ground. Drop the head down. As you inhale, look forward. Now you can step or lightly jump back to a high plank position. If you're new, you can pop your knees down, stick your bum up and look forward. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to lower down Chaturanga. As you inhale, pull the hips toward the arms and come into upward dog. And as you exhale, roll over the toes, come into downward dog. We'll take 5 full breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now look between your hands and you can step the feet into that space or jump the feet into that space. Look forward as you inhale. Fold down as you exhale. Come up to standing. Press your palms above your head and look toward the thumbs. Inhale. And exhale, the hands softly rest by your sides. We'll do that again, a little faster. Inhale, raise the arms above your head. Exhale, take the hands to the ground. Look forward, inhale. Step or lightly jump back to a high plank. Remember the knees can come down and we'll exhale, lower down. If up dog was too strong, you could take cobra, otherwise move into upward dog, inhale. And exhale back into downward dog. For another 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look forward. Step or jump the feet into that space. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press the palms up above your head, look to the thumbs. And exhale, relax the hands. Now come through one more round on your own. Take your time, and when you get to downward dog, take 5 full breaths. Okay, we'll come into our B salutes now. So we'll start off by bending the legs, squeezing the knees toward each other, and inhaling the palms up above the head. As you exhale, fold down over the legs. On your inhale, look forward. Again, choose to either step or lightly jump back to a high plank. And lower down through chaturanga, elbows in close to the sides of the body, either cobra or up dog on the inhale, and downward dog on the exhale. Now turn your left heel onto the mat and step your right foot through the hands. Bend the front knee and inhale, press your palms above your head. Place the hands down, exhale, back again, chaturanga. Cobra or upward dog, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Turn the right heel onto the mat, step the left foot, press the palms above the head, inhale. Hands to the ground, step back and exhale. Upward dog, inhale. Take 5 breaths in downward dog, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look between the hands, step or jump the feet together. The feet need to touch. Then inhale, look forward. Fold down into your legs, exhaling. Bend the knees, squeeze them toward each other, and inhale, press your palms above your head. As you exhale, straighten the legs, hands come by the sides. We've got 2 more of those to go. Bend the legs, inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, hands to the ground. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog or cobra, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Left foot turns to the mat first and then the right foot steps. Press the palms above you, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale. Down dog, exhale. Left side, come through. Palms pressed above you, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale. And downward dog for 5 breaths, exhale. Now if you're getting a little tired here, you could pop your knees down and take child's pose. If you've taken child's pose, come back into downward dog. Look between the thumbs, bend the knees, and then step or lightly jump the feet together. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, take the head down. Bend the knees. Press your palms above your head, inhaling. And exhale, relax the hands by the sides. Try and do one of those on your own and follow the rhythm of your own breath. Okay. Okay, the next pose that we come into is called Padangusthasana. It's a forward bend with the feet hip width apart. So take the feet hip width apart. Now if you're tighter in the backs of the legs or perhaps newer to yoga, you're going to bend your knees a little. As you inhale, lift your chest, and as you exhale, fold down. With the first 2 fingers of each hand, grab hold of the big toes. If you can't reach, bend your knees a little bit more. On your inhale, open the chest and look forward. And on your exhale, fold yourself down in toward your legs. Keep the front of the body contracted to open up the back of your body. So thighs engage, the lower belly engages, and the chin draws in toward the chest. One more breath. Okay, we'll look forward here, inhale. And as you exhale, take the palms under the feet from the front. Make sure the big toes meet the wrists. So we want the whole of each palm underneath each foot. If you need to bend the legs to do so, go for it. Inhale, look forward. Take your head down again, exhale. Last breath. Alright, take the hands from underneath your feet. We'll interlace the fingers behind the back, inhale. And on the exhale, let the hands come behind the head. For more of a stretch, the heels of the hands would squeeze together. Again, you could bend your knees a little. Last breath. Relax the hands down. Look forward on your inhale. Grip your waist with your hands, exhale and pull the belly back to your spine. Use that contraction to bring yourself up on the inhale. And we'll exhale. Just take a little step back on your mat. Keep the right foot pointing forward and step your left leg back. Come into Trikonasana or triangle pose. Alright, we spread the arms wide on the inhale. On the exhale, push your hips over to the left. Take your right hand down. If you're newer, just rest the hand on the top of the shin. Rest the fingertips down. Otherwise, you could come to the ankle or all the way to grab hold of the big toe with the first two fingers. If the neck's okay, you're going to look up to your left thumb. Keep rolling your right thigh out and left thigh in. Last breath. Now we're going to move into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. We'll look down to the right big toe and take the left hand onto your waist. Now bend your right knee, reach your right fingertips as far forward as you can. Start to lean forward into your right foot and right hand and lift up your back leg. Now if you're new, you can just take the leg as high as you're comfortable with. Otherwise, heel comes up in line with the hips. And that back leg is really strong. You can hold there if you're new. Otherwise, reach the left arm to the ceiling and start to open everything up to the left. As you exhale, place your left fingertips down. Inhale, look forward and place the feet together at the front of the mat. Exhale, take the head down. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. And we'll exhale here. Keep the left foot where it is, and we'll do this on the other side. Step the right leg back. Spread your arms wide on your inhale. Push the hips over to the right and exhale, let the left hand come down. Remember, just to the shin if you're new, otherwise ankle or hooking the big toe. Looking up all the way to your right thumb. Left thigh rolling out, right thigh rolling in. Last breath. For our balance, look down to your left big toe. Take your right hand to your waist. Bend your left knee. Reach your fingertips forward. And inhale, lift up your back leg. Engage it. Really strongly push back through the back heel. If you're newer, hold there. Otherwise, raise the right arm. And start to open everything up to the right. Exhale, lower the right fingertips to the ground. Look forward, inhale. And step the feet together, head down, exhale. Inhale, come all the way to standing. And we'll keep the hands by the sides. Exhale. Now we move into our warrior B position. Take a wider step back with your left foot. Spread your arms out wide as you inhale. And as you exhale, bend into your right knee. Gently roll that right thigh out. And let your gaze move over the right middle finger. reaching the hands away from each other. On your inhale, turn the right palm up. As you exhale, take reverse warrior, bending through the right knee once again. Inhale, hold. And on the exhale, come back into warrior. We take an inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to come into side angle pose. So Cora's going to take the beginner's option of resting the forearm down. And I'm going to take the full option, hand down on the ground, looking up toward the left palm. There is a deeper option where you could choose to bind behind your back. Last breath, inhale. And as you exhale, place your hands down on the ground. Move your right foot out to the side and make sure the back heel is lifted up. If you need to, the back knee can come down for extra support. Take an inhale. And on the exhale, place one elbow down on the mat. And if you're having trouble with that, just grab a folded blanket or a cushion and come down onto that. If you're comfortable with it, you could take the other elbow down. Last breath. Good. We're going to come back up onto the hands and rearrange the right foot so that it's in between both of your hands. Left hand next to the big toe. Inhale, reach the right arm to the ceiling. Look all the way up toward your right thumb. Keep the navel pulling to the spine with the exhales. Last breath, inhale. On your exhale, place your hand down. You could either move to down dog or chaturanga, up dog, down dog. We look between the thumbs and step or lightly jump the feet together. Inhale, lift your chest. Take your head down, exhale. Come up slow. Rest the hands by the sides. And exhale here. We change sides. We take a wide step back with the right foot. We spread the arms wide on the inhale. And exhale, bend into your left knee. Look over the left middle finger. Turn the left palm up, inhale. Reverse warrior, exhale. Take an inhale. And on the exhale, come back into warrior B. Inhale once again. And exhale, take Parsvakonasana, whichever version you took on the other side. Look up toward your right palm. You could bind if you did on the other side, looking toward the right shoulder. Last breath, inhale. On the exhale, hands to the ground, inside of the left foot. Move it over to the side and back heel lifts up. We'll take an inhale. On the exhale, take one elbow down, maybe onto the blanket if you need it, and maybe taking your second elbow down. Last breath. Come back up onto the hands. Rearrange the front foot so that it's in between your palms and place your right hand next to the big toe. On an inhale, lift up your left arm and look all the way toward your thumb. Last breath, inhale. Again, place the hand down and step back. Chaturanga or all the way to downward dog. Look between the thumbs. Step or lightly jump the feet together. Inhale. Fold down, exhale. Come all the way up to standing. Rest the hands by the sides. And we'll exhale here. I have to check something else. I'm not going to stop it.
Yep.
Good. It's okay. If I put a couple of pauses in it, maybe it's better anyway, because it looks a bit... Yeah, like maybe we have a holding screen or something. So then it's like an image that comes up in between or something, so it doesn't look as, yeah, broken. Okay. All right, we're coming into our wide-legged forward bends. We'll take another big step out with the right foot this time. And now we're going to turn the feet so they're slightly pigeon-toed. Take hold of your waist. On an inhale, lift the chest and the chin. And on your exhale, fold forward, pull the belly to your spine. Let the hands come all the way to the ground. And if you can't get the palms flat, take the feet a little wider until you can. Again, inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, fold forward, walking the hands through the feet to bring the crown of the head down toward the space between your feet. Last breath. Look forward, inhale. Exhale, grab hold of your waist. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale. Spread the arms open on the inhale. And interlace your fingers behind your back, exhale. Inhale. Exhale, come down. Start to let the hands drop down behind the head. The head still working toward the mat. Last breath. And we'll inhale, come up all the way. As you exhale, take a big step forward and come up to the front of the mat. We're going to work into our tree pose now. We're going to stand on the left foot first. Find a drishti, something to look at in front of you that's still, so a spot on the ground. And as you inhale, lift your right leg up. Now if you're a little less flexible or the balance is off, you can place the foot on the inside of your calf muscle, otherwise on the inside of your thigh. Anywhere above or below the knee is fine, but not around the knee. We'll start off with the hands in front of the heart in Namaste position. And if you want to take it further, you could stretch the arms above the head. Keep grounding down through the standing foot and opening up through your hips. Great. On the inhale, the hands will come back in front of the heart. And as you exhale, point your right knee forward. Inhale, bend your standing leg. And exhale, wrap your right leg all the way around it. Now, if you can, your toes will come around the calf. If you can't quite reach, then just squeeze the legs together. Either holding here, if this is enough. Otherwise, we're taking the left over the right. Press the palms together and lift the fingertips toward the ceiling. Ground through the bottom. Last breath, inhale. And as you exhale, relax down. We repeat on the other side. So we raise up the left leg. Take it to either inner calf or the inner thigh. Find your balance with the hands in front of the heart. If you're taking it further, extend your arms above your head. Remember, the standing leg is really grounding down and you're opening up your hips. Eyes are steady, so the mind is steady. Last breath. Inhale, bring the hands back in front of your heart. Exhale, point your left knee forward. Bend your standing leg, inhale. Exhale, left leg over the top. Wrap it all the way around if you can, otherwise squeeze the legs. And this time, right arm over left if you're taking the arm position. Ground down through the bottom. Last breath, inhale. And we can relax everything down on the exhale. We're going to come through a salute to downward facing dog. Inhale, raise the arms above your head. Exhale, place the hands down on the ground. Inhale, look forward. Now you have the option to step or jump back to a high plank and lower down through chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, back into downward facing dog. Inhale, raise your right leg up behind you. And as you exhale, bring your right knee forward, just behind your right wrist. You can take your right foot a little bit over to the left and slide your back leg away. We call this pigeon. Now, if you're a little more on the open side, you could take your right foot further forward and then square off the hips. Come up onto the fingertips, lift the chest, pull it through like a pigeon. Inhale. And as you exhale, take the hands down and relax the head down. Last breath. Walk the hands back in here. We raise the chest up. We take the hands either side of the legs. And we're going to try and find the balance here. So try to keep the hips nice and square. And you can take one hand to the waist. And if you've got the balance, take the other one there. Lovely. Let's keep this position through the pelvis and just rest the right fingertips down in front. Bend your left leg up behind you, reach back, grab the foot and draw it in toward your bottom. If you want to take this further, take your back big toe into your left elbow and reach your left fingertips to the ceiling. Find the balance again and reach your right arm up. Look up toward it. To take this further still, bend your right elbow, grab the fingers behind your head and look up toward your right elbow. Pull the chest through. Last breath, inhale. We'll place the hands down and come back into downward dog. Exhale. Inhale, raise up your left leg. Exhale, bring the knee forward to pigeon. Left foot comes over to the right just a little and then the right leg slides back. You can bring your left foot further forward to increase the stretch. We'll come up onto the fingertips. Take an inhale. And gently on your exhale, ease your hands forward and allow the head to soften down. Last breath. Okay, we'll walk the hands in again, raising the body up. Let's take the hands now either side of the body and just square off your hips. Take one hand onto your waist, and if you can keep the balance, take the other hand on as well. Let's keep this position, this squareness through the hips and stability. We'll take the left hand down in front, bend the right leg up behind, reach back, grab the right foot, and then draw it in toward your buttocks. If you're taking that second option, let's hook the right big toe into the back elbow, reach the right fingertips to the ceiling. Maybe reach your left arm up, look toward the left fingertips, or bend the left elbow and look up toward it once you've taken the bind. Last breath, inhale. As you exhale, place your hands down and step back into downward facing dog. Let's place the knees down on the mat. We're going to cross the ankles and take the hands beside the knees. On your inhale, push into your hands and lift your knees up, curling through the spine and pulling the belly back toward the spine. As you exhale, place down. We're going to do that again, and this time we're going to try and drag the feet forward, like you're trying to draw a line with the big toes all the way through the hands. So we inhale, and on the exhale, squeeze the belly and pull your legs through till you're sitting on your bottom. Lay down on your back with the legs bent. Place your hands down by your sides. We move into our back bending, Setta Bandha. Let's keep the feet still. As you inhale, lift up the hips. As you exhale, interlace your fingers and roll the shoulders underneath the body. Let's keep the thighs squeezing in toward each other and a little bit of softness in the bottom. Last breath, inhale, and as you exhale, come back down onto your mat. Take a breath here. Now you have an option to do an exact repeat of that last back bend, or if you want to do Urdhva Dhanurasana, take your hands back either side of your head and shoulder width apart. We'll keep the feet still. Start by lifting up the hips, then lift the chest and lift the head. Okay, we keep the legs hugged into the body and just bring the head up toward the knees and give the legs a bit of a squeeze. You can let your head rest down. And we're going to start to rock just gently up and down through the spine. From the tailbone down toward the neck and then back up again. Use your belly for control. So try to have the movement really even, really nice and smooth. You could start to increase this rocking movement by taking the feet to the mat in front of you and rocking up to a squat. Now, as you can see, Cora is demonstrating this by using her hands, which makes it a little bit easier. Otherwise, we're requiring the belly to work quite strongly. Now, the two options with the feet together, a little bit stronger, feet apart, a little easier. Now, we're going to add to this for those of you that are comfortable with it. When you rock up now, we're going to take the hands in front, place them shoulder width apart, and take a little bunny hop, a half handstand. Place yourself down, come back again. Just moving at your own pace. Last time, you can rock back. And we're going to come up and hold this squat. Alright, so malasana. We try to have the heels down on the mat. If you can't get the heels down, just place a blanket or fold up your mat and place it underneath your heels. We take the hands together and push the elbows away from each other and lift the chest. We're now going to move into our crow pose. So we'll place the hands down on the mat, we spread out the fingers and we kind of claw the ground with the hands. Yeah, just make sure you have a little bit of room in front of you. Okay, keep the legs bent like they were in the squat and start to bend the elbows to bring the weight forward. And we want the shins to come into the backs of the arms. Now you look forward in the direction that you're moving, not back at your feet. Rock forward and let the weight move into the toes. And you could just hold there if you're new, or take one foot up at a time, or take both feet and try to bring them together. Lovely. We'll place the feet down, and you can rest your bottom back down on the mat. Come into Paschimottanasana, our forward bending. As you inhale, reach forward and grab hold of the outer edges of your feet. And if you can't do so with the legs straight, then please bend the legs so you can get a nice deep stretch through the spine. On an exhale, take the head down. Last breath. Raise yourself up as you inhale and take an exhale. The next position is Upavista Konasana, which is a wide-legged forward bend. So we'll take the feet out nice and wide, keeping the legs straight. If sitting in this position is difficult enough for you, then please sit on a cushion or a blanket, something that will elevate your hips. The three options are, the easier version would be to grab hold of the outsides of your ankles. The next option will be with the first two fingers to grab hold of the big toes. The third option, and the most difficult option, would be to reach all the way around the outside edges of the feet. We'll take an inhale, and on the exhale, fold down. Okay, come back up. We're going to work into the balancing version of that pose. So the easier version, the beginner's option, would be to bend the legs in, reach down, grab hold of the big toes with the first two fingers, really hook in the lower belly, draw it in, lift the heart center, and then try to take the feet up slowly. Just find a point at which you can balance. If you're going to rock back, then you've maybe gone a little bit too far. For the full version, we're going to try and come up with straight legs. So we raise the arms up, draw the belly in, and on an inhale, lift the feet straight up to the hands. Point the toes and look up toward the ceiling. forward as you inhale. Bring the legs together as you exhale. We'll take a Navasana, take the arms straight in front. You can bend your legs to make this a little easier, or if there's pain in the lower back, please bring the feet all the way down toward the ground. One more breath, inhale. We'll rest the hands down and let the legs drop down. Exhale. Okay, for the inversion practice, which we're coming to now, the winding down part of the practice, you have a few options. So you could take legs up the wall. This is the option if you have any issues with your neck or shoulders, or if you're menstruating. You would lay down on your back, bring your bottom as close to the wall as you can, and then let the legs come straight up, and you can just relax there. Otherwise, Cora and I are both going to do a shoulder stand with a couple of different options for you in the shoulder stand. Okay. We'll begin by laying down on the back and take the legs out straight. Make sure your legs are together and your neck is straight. So if you have a ponytail, check it's not making your head twist to one side. We keep the feet together and the legs straight and lift the legs up into a perpendicular position. Engage the belly and lift the legs up toward the ceiling if you're doing the full version, otherwise rock them overhead. Either way, hands will come to the lower back. The elbows will walk in just a little, and then if your legs are pointing overhead, start to lift them up. Maybe not taking them all the way up, keeping them on an angle if this is new for you. Make sure there's no pain in the neck or the shoulders, and if there is, it's probably not an appropriate position to do. Last breath, inhale. We'll take an exhale. Now to come through some variations, if you wish, you can start to take your right foot down behind the head. Maybe it comes all the way, maybe it doesn't. And you can inhale, lift that leg up. And then exhale, the left leg comes down. Inhale, bring it back up. You can either keep going with the scissor legs or ease both legs down at the same time. We're not collapsing to the ground. We're gently letting the big toes touch the ground. Interlacing the fingers, rolling the shoulders under a little for Halasana, the plow. We'll now bend the knees either onto the forehead or take them around the ears. And to roll out, press the hands down to the mat, engage the belly, and let the spine place down vertebra by vertebra. Now the counter pose for this position is fish pose. To do this, take the hands underneath the tops of your thighs, bend the elbows so the shoulders lift up, and drop the head back so the crown of the head touches the ground. And we'll exhale, relax back down. Bring yourself up to sitting. Turn around to face the front. And we're going to return to our comfortable seated position. If you'd like to kneel, you can do so. You can sit on a blanket, cross the legs, take half lotus or full lotus, so long as there's no pain. Rest the hands open on the knees, bring the forefinger and thumb to lightly touch each other. Close the eyes. Let your awareness move to your breath. And try and slow the breath as much as you possibly can or comfortably can. And once you've taken 10 or so breaths, you could either stay here or you could gently make your way into your resting position. Laying down on the back, letting the feet open out to the sides, the palms open to the ceiling, the eyes softly close. And just let the body sink down into the ground beneath it. And stay there for 5 or so minutes, or as long as you've got, and enjoy. Thanks for joining us today. Namaste.